family law. If you got baby mama drama, he does really really good stuff with that. And if you're having problems with baby mama or the daddy giving you drama, he called Brandon Sua Law Group, Ventura County, California, Simi Valley, and Ventura, the city. So, my man, Mr. B, the MMA guy, is the co-host. How you doing, my dude B?
I'm good, man. What's happening, Mike? What's happening? Tony
Oh
D,
man,
what's up, bro?
always stoked to be here with you. We did miss the last week because I was a little bit busy. Also, a little bit. What's up, Tony D? Nice to see you, man. The UFC is just the cards are just a little bit watered down. B,
I hear
so
you,
it's
man.
it's it's tough to get us fired up, especially us fans who've been fans since the very beginning, pretty much, and we support it all the time. I mean, I don't like to be fake, and so if there's nothing to get excited about, there's just nothing to get excited about, and so
Yeah,
the UFC, ever since it got bought out, just is not quite the same. But we do what we do. We'll make money where we make money and try to make some good bets, some good leans. But
yes,
Mr. B, you
indeed.
said it's raining a ton over there in New York, huh? But
Yeah, man. It's been raining. It's been raining crazy, man. We got rain yesterday. We had some rain today. We're supposed to get hit with rain tomorrow. Oh boy.
dude, B, I watch a lot of like food stuff like on YouTube, and whether
Yeah.
it's like little food carts in Japan or Korea, it could be Philippines, Thailand, wherever. But I see a lot of them are over there in New York City. Is there that dope ass like food cart that does something like a Philly cheesesteak or something dope over there that you stop by ever? You know those little carts, little metal ones. We don't have them very often over here, but do you ever eat off those things?
Oh, I do. Um, if I gotta say, if there's a food cart that I like that's near me, boy, it
Oh,
gotta be like by Pelham Parkway. That's a couple train stops from where I'm at.
what do you eat? What do you eat
They
off there?
Oh man, there's they got this they got a Mexican one. And it's actually funny because they kind of started off as a cart, then they got a truck, then they got an even fancier truck now. But it was tacos. It was tacos. I
Oh,
used to get
tacos.
tacos.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you love tacos too?
Yeah. I used to get tacos off of they had the food cart. They started off at a food cart. Then they got a food truck.
Oh, okay.
But now they got an even bigger food truck
Oh, dope.
on Pelham, and that thing got a line, man. Oh my god!
That
But
sounds like this place. It's called Kogi Barbecue, Kogi. It's a Korean barbecue food truck, but they do Korean short rib tacos.
yeah,
B, it is straight fire, dude. It's like a fusion between tacos, obviously, and Korean. And like they also have these like bulgogi tacos and a bunch of like really cool
ooh,
stuff. A kimchi quesadilla. But the chef Roy is the original owner, or he still is the owner of the food trucks. But he has a residency over in Las Vegas, so kind of similar to the food truck over there. Like just they make people love their food. I do.
yeah,
So I was
yeah,
just curious. I just curious. I love food, and I always dream about the hot dogs over there. I guess I
yeah,
watched too much Fools Rush In, and you see the
man.
gray papaya. Is gray papaya's hot dog a real thing?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh, that's a real thing, huh?
yeah.
Dude,
The
I want to
papaya
eat
hot
one.
dogs. Yeah, you got a papaya smoothie, like a
There's
papaya drink, and you get your two hot dogs. Yeah,
there's the chili dogs, right?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
see, I'll fuck those chili dogs up, dude. Okay,
yeah. They got
did
good hot dogs though.
you do was
Yeah.
it was Matthew Perry, right, on Fools Rush In? I believe
Uh huh.
he was shipped those dogs over there from New York over to Las Vegas for the Selma Hayek and her titties.
Yeah.
Hey, at least that's what
Yeah.
I saw. But
Yeah, man.
yeah, man. So, but with that said, the reason why we're here is talk about some fights. Also, like I said, it's almost more entertaining just to talk to B. I'd rather talk to B about random life stuff right now than fights in general, and that's weird for me, B. You know what I mean?
Word.
And so,
I hear
but
you, man.
that's just that's just because, like I said, it's just the world's getting soft. There's not a lot of good people, like good people you mingle with. But Mr. B, I love his energy and love chatting with him, especially when we have some good fights to talk about. Give me a Dominic Cruz fight. I fucking don't even like the guy. I'll get fucking fired up for the fucking card. B, you know, like
Yo,
shit,
you know
dude.
what's crazy about that? Quick sidebar
What's
real
up?
quick. They're lining him up for Cody Garbrandt in a rematch.
Whoa, that's kind of wild, bro.
Yeah, I
I think
was kind of shocked about that. They made like, yeah, it's a possible
who do you have right off the bat on that one? Off the like your initial lean.
in a rematch.
Yeah.
I might take Cruz.
Oh man, you're dirty. You're a dirty, dirty man. I'm taking. I maybe I don't know. Maybe I just hate Cruz too much, but I'm taking the Garbrandt. I don't know why. I think they possibly could edge it out if Cruz gets hurt or something. He gets hurt so often, and his chin isn't that good anymore.
Bro.
But either way, that'd be fun to just get some kind of fights that we want to get fired up on. But this weekend we got the bare knuckle boxing going down. What's it called? It's going down at what time? Be 6:30, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for me, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for B on Saturday. It'll be after the UFC event that's going down. We're gonna do the UFC after the bare knuckle. BKFC 41 Perry versus Rockhold will be the main event. Mike Perry, Luke Rockhold, Eddie Alvarez versus Chad Mendes is also. That is just a banger. B. I can't believe we're gonna see that.
That's savagery at its finest. I can't believe it, man.
It's gonna be epic, bro.
Did you see those two at weigh-ins? Holy shit!
You know, I didn't because I've just been so busy with the kids and stuff. But were they getting in each other's face and stuff?
Bro, when you get the chance to watch the face-offs, man. The weigh-in the face-offs. Jesus Christ! Eddie Alvarez looks monstrous. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun,
I know,
man.
Chad's looked beefy as hell, man.
He's short. He's short, Chad, but he's so short, dude.
Yeah, because Chad eat all that nature food. Chad is eating just straight up hunted animal meat and stuff. You know what I mean? Eating wild elk.
Getting that protein and that those steroids probably too. But we don't talk about that. But the first fight that we're going to talk about on the main card is going to be Brandon Gertz is going to take on Christian Torres. Christian Torres is a boxer. Obviously, he's bare knuckles, so he better have some kind of skills like that. He also fought MMA before as well. I have his record at 0-1. I don't know if they're talking about just bare knuckle boxing, but I see a lot more than 0-1. I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A lot of 8, 9, 10 losses dating back to 2013 into his amateur career, into his professional career. And I don't like what I'm seeing off the bat. I don't even know the guy. And I'm sorry, Christian. I sound like a dick right now. I don't know you. You don't know me. But I don't fight for a living. So it doesn't look very like it's going to be very good for you. But either way, he's taking on Brandon Gertz. Brandon Gertz, 16-10. 38 years old.
Time.
What's up?
Yeah, long time. I was going to say long time Bellator competitor.
Yes,
Brandon
that's
Gertz.
Right.
Yeah.
And wasn't he a wrestler, bro, at one point?
He was a collegiate wrestler.
Okay, there you go. All right, so that's what I remember. So either way, this is a weird one because now we have a wrestler who was a decent MMA fighter fighting a guy that seems to somewhat have experience standing up. I'm favoring Brandon Gertz off the bat, off athleticism, off of everything in general, but that's just off of a whim and off of a hair, and I don't really like the other guy's record, and he's lost so many times by knockout. Let's see. Has this dude ever lost by a stoppage? I guess he lost. Yeah, he lost his first bare knuckle fight by stoppage too to Jake.
Yeah, he had a cut. He had a cut though.
Yeah, so so he didn't really quit. So
I'm taking Brandon. I'm taking a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Brandon Gertz on this. I think he's got too much experience. He's a couple years elder. But Christian Torres fights, like I said, 156 normally versus the 145. They're both 5'7", 69-inch reach for Brandon Gertz, 67 for Christian Torres. So either way, Gertz has got 2 inches on the reach. I'm going to go with Gertz, but man, I really do wish there was this was an MMA fight and I could pick them too, B?
Right.
But either way, it's going to be fun.
Definitely.
Who do you got?
I'll take Gertz. Gertz is always proven to be a tough SOB, man. That dude has banged with some of the most dangerous strikers in Bellator, yo. Was it Sada Wad? He had that insane fight with Derek Campos, where they both literally damn near knocked each other out on the feet. Yo, he has a chin, man. He has a really good chin. So I'll take Gertz.
Okay, you got Gertz too. Yeah, well,
I'll
like I
take
said, it's
Gertz.
gonna be unanimous. But like I said, he's got a good chin spots on some good competitors, and that's why I kind of just I'm feeling him. But I don't think he is the best boxer, and that could be a problem. But the next fight of the night is Chris Camozzi takes on Dan Spawnby. You got to break that one down first.
Yo, that's crazy, man. Chris Camozzi and Dan Spawn.
Chris
Both
Camozzi,
these dudes,
where
yeah.
has he been, dude? Besides getting beat up.
Yo, Chris Camozzi's been everywhere. Chris Camozzi was in the UFC. I think Chris Camozzi was on Glory Kickboxing. Chris Camozzi, I think, was either on Bellator or the PFL, I think. Chris Camozzi, man.
He's
Yo,
all over.
but Chris is good. Chris got good striking. He got
He
pretty,
does.
yeah, decent striking, and he's leveled up a lot since, you know what I mean, joining when he was in Glory. He did pretty damn well. I didn't know his kickboxing was that good. I liked his brother. His brother's kickboxing was pretty damn solid, but he leveled up, man. And then he's going up against Dan Spawn. Now Spawn unfortunately had that bad run on in the UFC. I think he was on the Ultimate Fighter. He got beat up on the Ultimate Fighter. He went to the PFL. He got beat up in the PFL. It's kind of like a hit and miss with Spawn in his last couple fights in his career, man. He's a tall dude though. Yeah, 6'4". Yeah, he's like about 6'4". What is it? 77-inch reach.
Yep.
But he's hella tall, man. But as I said, he just ate. The last person he beat was Daquan Townsend. And you know Daquan Townsend didn't even win a fight in the UFC.
What did
He
he
got
do?
dogged out.
He
He
just
got dogged out.
came in and got beat up.
Yeah, man. So, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's just kind of crazy how all this because this came around full circle for him. But we'll see how he does. I'll take Camozzi on this one. I just like Camozzi striking. I think Camozzi's the more cleaner striker. I think Spawn's gonna go in there, try to land big because that's what he's more known for. Does heavy shots, big shots. While Camozzi works better in combination. He kind of reminds me a little bit of, I know this guy you don't kind of like, but Dustin Jacoby. That's how he kind of is with his striking. So I'll take Camozzi.
Yeah, I mean, he made some good points. I mean, I'm leading with Camozzi too. I think has a lot of experience. He's tough and he's rangy. What is it? Who's Dan Spawn fought? Townsend doesn't even count as a win. I just don't think the experience. I just don't like the experience factor for Dan Spawn. I know he does have a lot of experience with his record, obviously 19-8-1, but I don't like the actual competition that he's faced against. Then Chris Camozzi's been all over the place and really tough competitor, and especially when he's in this situation where he's being doubted. I wonder what are the odds? What are the odds right now?
I don't know, but more than likely, Camozzi will probably be a favorite.
Of course, Tapology doesn't have a quick reference for me. Yeah, either way, I'm going Chris Camozzi. So is Mr. B. It's either way. This should be a pretty good fight between these two guys. It on paper it looks just like a whatever, but I think that actually one of these guys ends up real bloodied up and should be a fun one, right, B? I wish they could do no elbows, right, B?
Oh no elbows at BKFC. Okay. We just got straight up boxing and dirty boxing in the clinch. That's it, pretty much.
I figured not, but I just if there were some elbows, if there were some elbows, Camozzi that would be really nice.
Word. What's up, Army Vet? Army Vet's in the chat, man.
Army Vet in the house. Holy moly! What's up, my dude? How you doing, man? Hope that you're good. Hope your family's good. So the next fight is going to be between Beck Rawlings, the fucking former UFC fighters, taking on Christine Ferreira. How do you say that?
Yes. Yeah, you said it right. Christine Ferreira, man.
This is going to be a really good fight between two tough girls, man.
Yes,
Um,
indeed.
I love me some Beck Rollins, and so I'm kind of biased towards that. But I think I hate to say it, this is gonna be a real tough out for her. I know that she's gonna be older at 6 years older, but she's tough as shit, man, and she's mean, and so fuck, dude. What do we have? The reach. The reach isn't listed for Christine. Do you know the reach on her? 64.5 for Beck Rawlings. I'm wondering how long Christine is. They're both, 5'6", 5'5".
How wait, what's the reach you said
Beck says
for Beck?
64 and a half, but Christine doesn't have one listed.
She'll probably be like 62.
Okay.
Let
So
me
a little
see.
bit shorter.
I'll check it.
Man, so I have a lot of love for Beck Rollins. I think she's real tough. She's real tough, and then her boxing has developed really well. So I'm going to go Beck Rollins, but I think that this could be a real fun. This is going to be a real fun fight. Could be
66.
66. Damn.
66.
See, that's what worries me, man. Is that if she does have a length advantage, she's tough, and I'm going to go Beck Rollins. B. I'm not betting these because this is just going to be fun to watch, but I'm going Beck Rollins. B. Who are you going with?
I'm taking Christine, boy.
Oh, see, that's what
I'm
really
taking Christine.
See, I have too much love. I got too much love.
I've watched this shit for too long, and I have not missed out on these fights. I've watched Christine. Christine is a menace.
She's mean.
My only regret about in BKFC as far as women's division goes is that Helen Peralta didn't re-sign with the organization. Other than that, Christine Faria is the monster in this division, boy. And Beck got reach. Beck could box. She could box long. I never seen Beck fight close range, boy. And that's the problem. Christine could mix it up long range if she could fight behind the jab, and she throws power punches, bro. She got power. She throw with ill intentions, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's
the shit.
My love for Beck Rollins has gotten to me, and I told you that when I first started this. So listen to him on this one, and if you do want to bet, I'd listen to B on this one because I on that one I just don't have enough to say. Besides, I just maybe I'd rather fuck Beck Rollins. That's just the honest truth. It's terrible. Let's be honest.
Probably just like Beck. You probably just like Beck.
I just was saying.
Fine. It's been a minute. Beck was looking fine out there. I
was being honest. You know what I mean? But yeah. So
I'm not gonna let that cloud my judgment though.
B's got Christine on that one. I don't blame him because my initial instincts were that I would roll. I liked her too. I think that's scary for Beck. But I think Beck's tough. I think she has a lot of experience, and hopefully that the veteran versus a newcomer. This is not the situation for that B, but I feel like that's in my head, and I think that's also cheating me a little bit on the UFC MMA side of things. But either way, the next fight is the co-main event of the night. Eddie Alvarez takes on Chad Mendes, and man, dude, I cannot believe we're gonna get this fight. I think that this is a mismatch. I think that Eddie Alvarez is fucking way too big, way too tough. Without the wrestling of Chad Mendes, I know Chad has heavy hands. I know he can knock someone out. But Eddie's taking punches from fucking Dustin Poirier and big guys, man. I just don't think that Chad is that dude. The reach for Alvarez 69 versus 66 for Chad Mendes, 5'6" for Chad Mendes versus 5'9", so the same reach, 3 inches on height, 3 inches on reach for Eddie. But I'm going Eddie Alvarez here. I think it's clear as day. I think he absolutely dominates. I think that this should be a fun one though, and there'll be lumps on both these guys' faces by the end of this one. B.
Yeah, this is a tough fight, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna take Chad Mendes.
Oh my god,
this is gonna be. I'm taking Chad.
You are. Dirty.
I'm taking Chad, and there's a reason why. Chad has taken a lot of time off between MMA and bare knuckle. From leaving MMA to going to bare knuckle. That boy is quick. Not only did he size up, he got bigger, but he's managed to maintain his speed. and he throws with dynamic power as a featherweight, bro. He's out here at 160 something, bro. That's problematic, and he's doing some of these folks dirty. His last fight, he fought that dude, was it Fames? I think it was. Beat up Fames like nobody's business. You got Alvarez. Now, Alvarez, when's the last time Alvarez fought? Alvarez fought an MMA, I think it was like about a year or two ago. A year or two ago. He fought Lapicus. I think that was his last fight.
2021, so like over 2 years.
Yeah, about 2. Yeah, a little over 2 years now.
Oh, 2 years on the 2 years on the dot today. Sorry.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And his run at 1 wasn't all that great, man. I know it all depends on if Eddie's motivated. That's what I think is gonna come down to. If Eddie's the guy that's motivated and he's going in there for a war, shit, we're gonna see another instant classic from Eddie. But if Eddie's not in that focus and he's been on that kind of eerie run that he's had since leaving the UFC to go do 1, then boy, I don't know. I don't know. You know, Eddie's been in a lot of wars throughout his career, man.
How dare you?
That's the shit too. I don't like down the Philly man, boy, but yeah. I might doubt him this time around. I'm gonna take Chad Mendez, man. But this shit is not gonna end pretty. It's gonna end ugly for one of the two.
So this is gonna be a wild one. Either B's gonna be real right or I'm gonna be real right because we're both opposites today. But this is like this. I'm not betting these. So this I honestly, I'm telling you, don't bet what I'm saying on these ones. Besides, no, this is one of the ones I thought that you could bet. I would bet.
Yeah, this one you could bet. You could bet.
I would bet this one. I would
figure it out. Yeah,
but most of the other ones, listen to B. This one, I think Eddie Alvarez is the dude, but we shall see because this is bare knuckle boxing. One fucking nose breaks, one eye orbital socket gets broken, B, and everything changes. A hand breaks if everything changes. You know?
Yeah.
It's really these fights are fun, man, and that leads us to the main event of the night. B. Mike Platinum Perry takes on Luke Rockhold. And I can't believe that that's a real thing that's going on, but I fucking love it. This feels like a fight we would make like in UFC yourself. If you had the video game and you could just fight whoever you want, be like, you just would make a fight. So, but we got Luke Rockhold, who's the staggering 6'3" versus the 5'10" of Mike Perry. 71-inch reach for Mike Perry, 77-inch reach for Luke Rockhold.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to be honest. Luke Rockhold has better. He only has good hands if he has his kicks, and his kicks are better than his hands in my honest, real opinion. Because his jiu-jitsu is better than all of them. Neither of his kicks nor his jiu-jitsu is going to be here. Yes, he's big. Yes, he's got a nice body. Yes, fucking some bunch of girls might want to fuck him. But man, dude. If Mike Platinum Perry somehow gets in the pocket B and lands on Rockhold's fucking face, he's going night B.
Oh yeah,
he's going night. And so I'm going Mike Perry to land because I know I can say for sure 100% Mike Perry's going to let the gas tank out, swing like a madman at least at some point, and he's got to catch Luke Rockhold at some point, B. There's no way he doesn't catch him and stun him. I just don't see. I can't pick Luke Rockhold. His chin is terrible. And then I don't like his punches if he has no kicks, and then he has no jiu-jitsu to back it. And so I don't know, man. I'm going Platinum Perry. Call me crazy. Call me whatever. Call me gay. Call me queer. Call me steer. And just be clear. What are you going with, B?
It's going to be a fun fight, man. I'm only gonna take Perry because I think Perry got the experience.
That's what
I'll take Perry
about.
Over the experience because Perry actually has the experience in these fights. He understands the rules of the game, and that's a big factor when coming into these bare knuckle fights. Rockhold, as you said, Rockhold is not able to use his kick, so he's not quite able to establish his hands, and that's always been the thing with Rockhold. You know, throughout his career. His jiu-jitsu is A1. His kicks are fire. We don't really hear much about his hands. He is a southpaw, if I remember correctly. He has his left hand. When he throws that straight left, is dynamic, but he always has to set it up. And in bare knuckle, You're able to throw punches and you're able to clinch. And Perry has managed to fight outside to get inside to throw nasty shots and clinch. He wears on you, and he keeps firing, man. And that's going to be his path. Luke Rockhold has to fight this at range, but I'm not sure he's going to manage to keep range all those rounds against Perry. Fuck, MVP couldn't do it. So it's like, yo. And then you see how good MVP could box. He just wasn't accustomed to that bare knuckle. I think Perry gets this one, man. It'll be a tough one, but I think Perry gets this one.
That's what I like to hear, B. I like when you
we'll take Perry.
Me. This is gonna be madness, and I'm all down for that, dude. The three fights on the end of this card are well worth your time. I don't know about your money, so you could do what you do and just make sure you watch it. But I don't know what you're gonna do with your money. You don't need to use it. You can just watch it. So you just be smart.
Kick your bass. What's up, bro?
What's up? What's up? Kick your bass. How you doing, my dude?
Oh, Army Vet asked how you and the family was doing, Mike.
The family is good. Army Vet. Sorry, B was talking when I highlighted that. Thank you, B, for pointing that out. Doing very good. My 5-year-old's doing T-ball or Shetland, they call it in pony baseball here. So tomorrow he's got his baseball game. I'm stoked to go coach. Just been riding a lot on the motorcycle, Army Vet, and I've been saving up for this really rare motorcycle, this Harley that I want over in Florida. That I'm pretty positive. I've made a deal with this old man, so I'm stoked to go pick that up at the end of May, and so I'm gonna drive out there and get that. So I'm just been taking care of the family and fucking doing what we do, growing the marijuana, growing vegetables, taking care of the chickens, taking care of my kids. Hollywood's been super slow right now. Of course, like we couldn't get all the carpenters to strike, but when the writers want to strike, who make all the money, they gladly strike in the union. So the writers are striking. So there's not going to be as much work in Hollywood, but it is what it is. Things are always what you make of it. But yeah, family's good. Thank you, Army Vet. But man, so with Mike Perry, Luke Rockhold, that's going to be a good one, man. So we're both going with Mike Perry, yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
We're both going to take Mike Perry on that one.
With that said, then we will move on to the UFC card, and let me get it up on the screen just in case. Okay, so we got UFC Fight Night. Yadong Song, right?
Yadong Song.
It almost sounds.
I'd just be like,
it almost sounds like something you'd say to your friend when you're talking about his schlong. Yadong Slong. It's something crazy like that, dude. But yeah, he's taking on Ricky Simon at the main event. The co-main event will be Kyle Barallo versus Mikhail Olszewski. There'll be a few fights on here that'll be worthwhile. There'll be a bunch there'll just be a bunch. That's all I can say. But no, Mr. B will try to be more professional than me when it comes to some of that stuff. Army Vet, Miss Mike, and you watching the fights with me. I know it's the stupid that OK Cupid doesn't let me comment or like be a part of it without joining it, and I'm just weird about that Russian app. Them spying on me or being so that's the only problem. When it was Haps, when it was the other thing, it was just easier for me. But
that's people telling me to get the Twit casting app use that and broadcast because I know Dirty D's on that.
Do it. Yeah, that's what you need to do. See, I didn't know that. See, it would be easier for me to tune in and just mess around. I love hearing B just chat and just being with all the boys and the ladies that are here. Back in Black is creeping in the back over there somewhere, maybe. But yeah, so either way, but yeah, I definitely do. I should always be jumping in there with B, but it's just not as easy as it was. I used to be able to be with the family anywhere pretty much. And I could just click and jump in and listen and watch Mr. B do whatever he was doing and shoot the shit. And so, since Periscope left and then Haps left, it could just puts a damper.
It's not the same. Yeah, man.
It puts a damper on the streaming world. And, I don't mean to be a little bitch whining about things, but I was just saying, it just makes things a little bit more difficult to, all mingle. And I think that's what the government wants. They don't want us to be able to mingle and pass information along to each other as quickly as possible because they love absolute sheep. You know, they like controllable people that are all zombies. They're all going to do the same thing, wear their skinny jeans, watch YouTube, and fucking don't want to be, charismatic or have any character themselves. They just watch characters, and they just, they're never going to be a character themselves. And so they don't want us to report what's going on in New York, that's going on over here in LA, because if there's riots going there, and then it's the tyrannical government doing this or that, and then they don't want us passing along that information. So that's why the Periscope, got fucking ditched for real. Periscope was fire. It was the first time ever in like history, video wise, I could just join. I used to just look for random streams like in like Dubai, so over in Europe. I would look for, how you could look at the mappy, and I would just look for random bubbles at any time of night, and I would just see who was going on. Kick your bass likes that skinny jeans comment. These fucking pussies with these skinny jeans fucking kick your bass. I don't even know, bro. Like, I'm not even a big dude. I told you I got kind of chicken legs, but I'm telling you, I accidentally put on, I wear Levi's. I accidentally tried to slide on one of those pair of skinny jeans. Dude, my balls could never, ever, ever get in between the fucking slight wedge that they give you with those things. So I don't know, man. These little cupcake kids, these little fairy tale queers, I don't know, bro. It's just ridiculous, dude. And that's why I'm here today too. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk more shit about how I like to rant about random shit than, because I was being all PC, being a little too correct. I know I get wild, but you guys have never seen me be full wild. And I'm giving you a little gist of it tonight. The government, they're not always your best friend. You want to be self-sustainable. You want to be self-sustainable yourself, be able to grow food, harvest rainwater, be self-sustainable, sufficient. They hate that. They don't want you growing vegetables. They don't want me teaching you that. They'll probably cancel me by the end of the show, just for me saying what I've said right here today. But I keep it real, and it is what it is. I'll deal with that shit later. First fight of the night, B, for the UFC card, after me ranting, is Haley Cowan takes on Jamie Lynn Horth. That is a mouthful. Yes. So let's see these two chicks. We got 5'7" versus 5'8", so 1 inch height advantage for Haley Cowan. 69-inch reach versus 67-inch reach. So Haley's got 2-inch reach advantage, as well as that 1 inch height advantage. She's also 2 years younger at 31 versus the 33 years old of Jamie. She's in at the slight underdog at the plus 135 when it opened. Obviously, the numbers can fluctuate as they go, and people bet them. Plus 170, negative 170, for a slight favorite for Jamie. Jamie is undefeated, or it looks like, 5-0. Canadian fighter, tough girl. She's number 1 out of Canada, Western Canada, number 1 out of Canada. So you got to give her a lot of respect. Fought at LFA and BFL. She absolutely silences bitches, and I don't say that very often. Rear naked chokes, body kick, rear naked chokes, strikes, punches, and bunches. Just absolutely annihilating hoes like I used to do in high school and fucking on the bed. But neither here nor there. But she hasn't fought the most experienced people. Her last fight was the most experienced fighter, but she fucking handled her. But it took 3 rounds. That girl was 9-3-1. I like the fact that she finishes girls, but she's taking on Haley Cowan. I believe Haley Cowan's she's been around for a while, no? Let me see that. Yeah. So she fought in the contender series. Yeah. She fought in the contender series, she fought in Invicta, she fought at LFA. So she has been around for a while, compared to the other girl. But I wouldn't say she's as much of a finisher as this girl. She does have finished on her record, but the last one was 2022, not that long ago. But that girl's 2-0. Yeah, like, bitch, you should choke a girl out that's 2-0. And so I see why the odds makers have Jamie favorited, number 1 out of Canada. She's got a lot of good attributes. I'm going with her, a slight favorite. I think that she's gonna showcase for Canada here. But Mr. B, you tell me, you love you some Canadian bitches.
Yeah, I do. I like Canadian fighters. I respectively.
Oh, sorry. Disrespectful.
I'm gonna say something. No, it's okay. It's okay with what you said.
Look at Army. Mike Squirrel.
Word. I'm gonna say something, and it's gonna sound a little crazy. But here I go. You ready?
Uh-oh.
I don't care for this fight.
Oh, that's weird. That's very weird. That sounds like me usually.
And here's what it is. Cowan missed weight for this fight. She missed weight by 1.5 pounds. This will be the third time. Well, this will be the second time she's missed weight. Well, she kind of missed weight the last time. She tried to cut weight and got sick.
I love you.
Then the second time they tried to make.
I love you for remembering those things.
You know what I mean? The first time she was supposed to make her debut, she was supposed to fight that girl. She got sick. The second time around, the opponent pulled out. Now she's back here and she missed weight by 1.5 pounds. Jamie Lynn Horth hasn't fought in 1.5 years. About 1.5 years, I think.
That's not good. Why be? She get pregnant?
A little over 1 year. I don't know. She also used to be a 125er last time around, I think. For one time, she fought at 125.
For a guy that didn't care about this fight, B, you're kicking some motherfucking knowledge, hoes.
Yeah. She got striking ability, but Horth is really good in her grappling. I remember that because I've seen her fight. I watched her fight, if I remember correctly. She could grapple. She could grapple her ass off. She's really good with her grappling. Cowan, she could crack. She could throw heavy shots, but she don't throw shots often. Her striking is still needs. It's not refined yet. It's still in the growing phases. Her wrestling is still in the growing phases. She does grind out opponents.
She should be on the OnlyFans pages. All right, that's where she should be.
You know what I mean? And her striking is not all that good. But yeah, she grinds out opponents. She uses wrestling. She's more of a gymnast, so she has more of an athletic ability, but she always fights these slow-paced fights. And they're either unanimous decisions or they're close decision wins. You know what I mean?
Yep.
A lot of people are taking Horth. I might take Cowan. Considering that Cowan has not yet been able to fight, I think I will take Cowan. In some way, shape, or form, the UFC may be silly enough to get this fight, and this fight might be close to where Cowan probably gets a split decision win.
You think if those shady ass judges keep showing up, fucking no one knows shit because it's so ridiculous how many these judges are getting paid off.
Oh, don't even tell me about that. Last week pissed me the fuck off.
Why don't the judges? The judges should have to literally come to the fucking post-fight press conference and be talked to every time. I don't see why not. What's the big deal? If you're a professional, you should be able to talk about your profession. And that should be like us writing a fucking essay in high school. Bitch, you're getting paid for this? I want to see the essay, and you don't got to write it. Just speak it. Just tell me what the fuck you saw, or you could just be like, you know what? I was fucking stupid, and I fucked up, and I don't even know what I was looking at. And I respect that even. You could tell me that you were watching porn on your phone. You could tell me that you were fucking looking at the ring girl's butt cheeks. You could tell me you were looking at the fucking hot actress. I don't care what. Just tell me you were looking at your phone. I don't mean just be more accountable. But they're a bunch of soft, weak ass judges, bro. They're ruining fights. They're ruining fights. Dude.
For real. And it's been like that for the past 2-3 cards now, where there have been fights that have been, you know what I mean, from Macy Barber and KGB Lee to the fucking Kansas City card. Yeah. Then the card last week, I think it was, we had like 2 or 3 fights the same way.
At this point, bro, I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I'm saying that if they're not fixing it, they're in on it, and so therefore judges are being paid. There's a motherfucker getting paid off for them not to be held accountable because people get held accountable usually, you know, B?
Yeah.
Weird. But with that said, next fight of the night is Journey Newsom takes on Marcus McGee. B, you got to break that down first. It's going to be some black on black crime.
That's cool, man. So we taking Journey. Well, we got Journey Newsom.
It's not cool. Marcus black on black crime is not cool. But
Okay, it's not cool.
the
It's not all
fight
that
is
cool.
cool. Sorry, B.
Nah, the fight is cool. Yeah, black
Fucking
on black crime
racist
is not
fucking
cool.
white boy. See this guy? Cancel his show.
Ah. So we got Jenny Newsom, yo. Jenny Newsom. I said Newsom. 34 years old.
Hey, that's what I
He's
say.
fine. Six words. 5'5"
I usually do.
with the 67.5-inch reach. Currently he's riding he lost his last fight against Sergey Morozov, but he beat Fernie Garcia. He's been 1-3 in his last 4 fights, where he beat Sergey. Well, he lost to Sergey. He beat Fernie Garcia, but he lost to Randy Costa and Ricardo Ramos. Newsom can really strike. He strikes pretty well. He kind of wrestles well. Doesn't wrestle well against people who can wrestle.
Yep.
That's his issue. He has a couple TKOs and some submissions under his belt. Yeah, pretty good roundabout. Good mix of skills though. But he hasn't really fought like beating anybody of like the higher type caliber. But he does fairly well for himself. He's going up against in short notice because he was supposed to fight Brian Kelleher, but Kelleher pulled out. He's fighting the maniac, Marcus McGee. Now, some people don't know Marcus McGee. I managed to get to watch 2 fights this week with Marcus McGee. Marcus McGee has never been knocked out.
This dude's
He's never lost by decision. He's lost 1 time by submission, and that was back in July of 2022, last year.
And he's a big dude for the weight class.
He's a big guy. That's why this is a catch weight of 140.
Ooh.
Yes.
Hey, Newsom's about to catch a beat. Maybe.
A lot of all his wins are by knockout or technical knockout. But he is a product of the MMA lab. That is a big deal. Because you know who's there in the MMA lab. We got dudes like Benson Henderson.
Smooth.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Smooth Henderson. And we have, the big coaches, if I remember his Crouch.
Well, they are also one of the first camps that have scientific food nutrition and stuff like that going on, Abby.
Yeah. We got John Crouch out there who does good things there. Chris Grutzmacher and all those other dudes, man. We have Rick Story. A lot of guys have come from that camp there. Pretty good mix of skills there. 6-1 dude. He's managed to fight some okay competition. Not nothing big. Nothing big. But he also has a amateur career. He was 3-2 in his amateurs. And now he's 6-1 as a pro, And he's fought equal leveled opposition compared to his record. You're probably going here. Look to bang on Newsom. Newsom tends to stand up a lot. Well, he tends to try to strike with you. And if not, he's going to implement some wrestling. But, a guy like McGee coming in on short notice. But catch weight, he'll be all right. He ain't have to cut much weight. That's going to be a thing. And what he has his tutelage in the MMA lab. I'll probably see an upset here. I could probably see an upset. I could probably see an upset going on.
Yes, B. Yes. Are you going with McGee?
I'll probably pick McGee.
I'm going with McGee 100%. I just want to know if you're going with McGee because I'm fired up.
I'm going to take McGee. I think I'll take McGee. I think McGee can make an upset. Could get an upset going. All he has to do is just defend the takedowns. I don't think Newsom has a decent takedown wrestling game, but I don't think it's that strong.
If Newsom gets shown any adversity at all, he folds. He gets put on his back. He's not the same dude at all, Yeah. And so I absolutely love this one. This is one of the fights that I like the odds. I like the bet. I'm going to be throwing down $100, throwing 1 unit down on Marcus McGee, the maniac, to do his thing versus Journey Newsom. I just think that for I mean, we're getting plus 150, negative 190 for Journey Newsom. We're getting the size of 3 inches bigger, 3 inches of reach advantage. He's strong. He's not been finished. I mean, not Newsom's really like a KO finisher at all, but this is one of the times I think that it's worth the fire, and I'm glad that Mr. B agrees because I was feeling the tinglies on that one. The next fight of the night, B, is between Stephanie Egger takes on Irina Alexeyeva. And that sounds like the most Russian porn star bitch you ever did search, okay? And don't pretend like you've never searched some fucking sick shit like that, all right? Because I know you got all kinds of sick shit in there. Some BBC, black on white, all kinds of weird shit. So don't fucking get me started. But with this fight here, we got Irina.
It's been a while, y'all. It's been a while.
Hey, it's been a while. I figured I'd go off. I said to myself, I'm just gonna go off. There's more point. Like, there was no point. Like, it's like you damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, they're not gonna, like, because in the beginning, like, they're not gonna sponsor you. They're not gonna like you. I don't like you if you don't like me. So how about that? You know, fuck you. Fuck you. How about that? But with that said, Irina versus Stephanie Egger here. Irina, Irina, the Russian Ronda, she calls herself. She's coming in as the underdog here. She's 4-1, not a ton of experience. 32 years old, 5'8", with a 66-inch reach on a 1-fight win streak. There's just no experience. She's fought in Bellator one time. She won. She won a unanimous decision versus Stephanie Page, who was 5-2. That was probably the toughest opponent she's ever faced. Then another girl before that, she lost to a decision. She has an armbar. An armbar. I thought I saw a refusal to fight because of her. I'm seeing why that she's a underdog here versus a girl like Stephanie Egger. She just lacks a lot of experience. Stephanie Egger, who is 8-3, she's 34 years old, 5'6", 68-inch reach. She got a judo base. She's, fought, to me, a lot tougher competitors. But, she has tapped one time to armbar versus Boyna Silva recently, which I don't really like to see. What's the Russian's a striker, right, B? You know anything about her?
Yeah, she got one win by an armbar. Her opponent quit mid-fight. A couple decisions.
Yeah, I'm
not hyped about this.
Yeah, this is like the worst fight I've ever seen.
Then on top of that, she missed weight by 4 pounds today.
Oh wow! So she really scared. Well, like I said, the veteran versus the newcomer is one of my rules. I don't give a fuck about the fight.
We're gonna take Egger.
I'm going Egger. We're both going Egger, I guess. Yeah, we're going Egger.
Yeah.
We don't care about it. And I can't believe that. I can't believe the Egger is that big of a favorite, though. That's gross. I would never bet that.
And here's the craziest. Here's the even more crazier shit about this. She fought at 125 before. And she missed weight coming in at 129.
That's weird.
So she's moving up to 135 and she missed the weight. Yo, what the hell? What the hell?
That's so odd,
yeah, I'm definitely sticking with Egger on this one, man.
Well, we're both going Egger on that one. I can't bet or parlay that. I would never do that because it's too much money for a girl that I don't care about.
Yeah.
So I don't recommend touching that at all. But the next fight of the prelims will be an actual really good fight between two people not a lot of people might know of. But the fight should be phenomenal. B gets to break it down first. It's between Cody Durden takes on Charles Johnson. And this should be good. I'm stoked for this, B.
This is going to be a really good fight at 125, ladies and gentlemen. Energy Charles Johnson, man, versus the man of the hour, Cody Durden. Now, this is an interesting fight. Cody Durden's 14-4-1. 32 years old, a representative American top team. Currently running a 2-fight win streak, 5-7 with the 67-inch reach advantage. He has 6 wins by KO TKO, 5 wins by submission, 3 by decision. This man is a gritty wrestler. He's thrown some hands his last couple fights, but his wrestling pretty damn good. His 2-fight win streak based on him beating Carlos Mota and then stopping JP Bays in a minute and 8 seconds in the first round. He did lose to Muhammad Mokayev, got bum rushed. Arichi Lang, he beat by unanimous decision. And Jimmy Flick, he lost to with that triangle choke. God damn, that triangle choke was sick. Other than that, he had a really good string of wins before coming to the UFC. A lot of joints by submission and, some TKOs. He had one by a slam, which is pretty impressive. Yo, gritty as hell. The boy's gritty. But energy, Charles Johnson, man. 13-4 is this man. 32 years old, 5'9", 70-inch reach. So he has the reach advantage. Representing Tiger Muay Thai, but he's at another gym too, a jiu-jitsu gym. Oh, Murcielago MMA, that's right. They say he's training with Tiger Muay Thai. He's never been submitted or knocked out. That is a good stat.
Yeah.
But he has decision losses, 4 losses by decision. But he's knocked out 5, or technically knocked out, submitted 4, and has 4 wins by decision. He's 2-2 in his last 4, though. He lost to Ode Osborne by split decision, beat Jimmy Flick first round. I was totally shocked by that. Yeah. Zalgas Zumagulov split decision win. I don't know how I feel about that one, but he got it. They gave it to him. And his debut was against Muhammad Mokayev, where he lost by unanimous decision. But he managed to wear off a lot of the takedowns and stay in the fight for 3 rounds. But if you notice, this man has had 4 fights, and it has not been it hasn't been a year yet. It hasn't even really been. The last 4 fights he's had, let's see, July, November, January, February. Damn, a lot. Short time.
Yeah.
Short time for these fights. That's one of the things I'm worried about. He's taking a lot of these fights in a short time. He's doing that Cerrone thing. And while that's pretty cool, you seen what it did to Cerrone. It kind of messed Cerrone up.
Beat
you know
that body up.
Yeah. And that's what had me worried. Ode Osborne went in there. He fought him. They fought. And he got tired. And Ode managed to wrestle him. That's not bueno, man. And he's going in here against a dude who can wrestle. Ode just tried to wrestle. Durden can wrestle. And for that reason, I'm taking Cody Durden.
Oh, you're gross. I can't believe you right now.
I'm taking Cody Durden.
God damn you, B. Man, and so because of the wrestling?
It's that aspect and the fact that he's taken a lot of these fights in the short time. I don't like that.
I feel like his takedown, Charles takedown defense is getting better and his get-up game's decent, no?
It is true. But Durden's pressure and again those takedowns, man, is something else.
So you're banking on Durden's American wrestling, chain wrestling up against the cage nonstop and not even giving him a chance to like breathe.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That can happen very easily. That's like his that's how he's gonna win if he wins for sure. I kind of like the athleticism of Charles Johnson. I like his striking a lot.
That's gonna be the worrisome part.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the worrisome part. If he could time the takedown attempts from Cody, or he could just keep Cody at bay with the jabs. If he could keep Cody at bay with jabs and kicks, rangy kicks, then he'll be good money. But I'm taking Cody because Cody's a tough son of a bitch, man.
He is, man. He's got a good cardio too and stuff. But man, I just lately, man, these strikers have been dishing off on people, and so I'm going with Charles Johnson. I was feeling it. I feel like he can improve enough where if he could keep this fight standing, then he could possibly win this thing. But because Mr. B brought up so many good points. I mean, like I said, Durden could easily probably maybe smother for 3 rounds. Might not be the prettiest thing, but it could happen, you know. And so, with
Yeah.
that said, you want to bet that with caution. I'm not betting that one for the show.
Yes. Do
Not
that.
betting with that one for the show, but that won't be a really good fight to watch on the prelims. Since we don't have a lot of fights that are very good, and the next one is absolutely just like Jake Collier takes on Martin.
Hold on,
Budet.
Mike. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. You
Yeah,
go ahead and talk. I'll be right back.
no worries. Yeah, so Jake Collier is taking on Martin Budet, and if you haven't looked up Jake Collier, I mean, he used to be, I believe, a 185-pound fighter, and now he's fighting out at 265 pounds, and he is the most gummy bear shape you have ever seen ever. And I'm like, I don't care if you're big, but like it's very like unhealthy big at just the rapid rate that he gained weight. So either way, he's taking on Martin Budet here. Both these guys so we got one guy 34, Jake Collier, 31 years old from Martin Budet. So 3 years older for Jake Collier. We got the reach advantage for Jake Collier at 1.5 inches, even though he's 1.5 inches smaller. Jake Collier is 6'3", 6'4" for Martin Budet. Martin Budet's on a major win streak though, so it's like, man, Jake. I don't know why Jake's taking this fight because this doesn't look good right off the bat. But I'm gonna try to be, try to see what's going on. 13-8, 34 years old, 6'3", like 78.5 inch reach on a 2-fight losing streak, like I said. So Chris Barnett, the gummy bear, my boy, ground and pounded him round 2. That shit was phenomenal. We bet it here. Absolutely love Chris Barnett, Beast Boy. And so Andre Arlovsky lost to split decision. Chase Sherman, he beat rear naked choke round 1. He's tough. He's got decent hands for like maybe 5 minutes. That is Jake Collier. I can't believe how big he is. I thought he was shorter, but he's 6'3". So I mean, can't even hate. So he's taking Martin Budet, who's his baddies, 11-1, 5 foot or 10 fight win streak. Most of his fights win by KO. Last took on Brzezinski. He won the split decision. Won at Chris Barnett. He won technical decision, which is obviously impressive since he beat Collier and a few other people. Lorenzo Hood, knee to the head, round 1. Dude's a finisher. I mean, he could do it on the ground or standing. So he's got a Kimura on his record. He's got some, but mostly seems like punches, standing, knees to the body and stuff like that. I just feel like he's gonna get Jake Collier in the clinch and land just some massive knees to the wide body of Jake Collier, and it's just not going to be that good for him. Let me just check out the odds, and the odds are even. So I felt like Jake Collier has no chance. He has plenty of chance. The odds makers have it just right down the pipe. Man, I'm going with Martin Budet. Definitely, so I do not like this fight because of Jake Collier, and so I don't even know. I'm hoping B has something better to say about these two. But Mr. B, who do you have here? I'm going Budet over Collier, but I just don't like Collier, B. This is gross.
So this one has given me a little bit of a headache, man. Between Budet and Collier, honestly, Budet is good, but Budet doesn't have high output. That's the thing. He doesn't have a high output with his strikes.
He doesn't. No.
But he hasn't been finished. His one loss came by decision, and that was against Juan Espino years ago, like his second fight ever.
Juan's tough though.
Yeah. Other than that, all his other fights have been pretty good. He has the ability to wrestle pretty well. As I mentioned, not that much of a high output. His last fight, I think he threw pretty good towards the end of the fight. So he kind of won that one. Other than that, good submission skills when he's on the ground. You know what I mean? But that's his thing. He pretty much works you against the cage, gets the takedowns, works on the ground. But it's just the output. Collier, though, bro, Collier's not bad, man. But the record says otherwise. He's 2-4 in his last 6 fights. He's
Okay,
currently riding a
so
2-fight losing streak.
You missed it.
Where
You missed one. So the reason why I'm so disgusted with Collier is he used to be a middleweight, right, B?
yeah, if I remember, he was like a middleweight or a light heavyweight.
And
Yeah.
so he gained so much weight so fast. That's why I hated on him. So that's why I wanted you to hear that.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's the thing with him though. Yeah, he was the prototype and he was pretty good. He was pretty in shape. Then all of a sudden, man, that dude just got big and he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just fight as a heavyweight."
Yeah, which is
And
fine. It's just fine. Just so it was so weird to see him jump weight classes so fast.
yeah, and go from like that built solid body to
Yeah,
as being a big boy.
it'd
Man.
be like watching like Luke Rockhold all of a sudden be up at 265.
Yeah. So, other than he beat John Vellante and Chase Sherman, you know how we feel about Chase Sherman on this side.
Jesus.
He lost to Tom Aspinall, where Carlos Felipe beat him by a split decision, which was close. It was a close fight. But Andre Arlovsky beat him by split decision. But, a lot of people thought that he won. That Collier won that fight. But it's that Chris Barnett fight that had me weird. Because he won the first round. Then through a mistake and being tired, Barnett managed to take the position and beat him. Boudet could do the same thing. Just Boudet got to just manage to wrestle. Collier got punches, but Collier don't seem to be the KO puncher. So, yeah, man. So I'm just going to say, you know what I mean? I'll take Boudet then. I'll take Boudet.
Oh, nice.
I seem to take Boudet.
I thought that you were gonna fucking pick Collier.
What's up, TJ? TJ on here.
What's up, TJ? How you doing, bro? Oh, that new look. What my Harley hair? You talking about the curls for the girls? Is that what you're talking about, bro?
It's either the Harley hair or the background,
Yeah.
one of the two.
Well, either way, the curls for the girls are the Harley hair. See that? I had to cut these bitches for my boy's wedding like 8 months ago. His lady's family was Italian and they were like, "We can't have you with that biker hair. We got to cut that." And I was like, "All right, you're lucky I love you guys. I'll cut the fucking locks, bro. Remember fucking my lock? You know how long it'd be right now, B? I'll fucking be I'm about to go get a mullet. I'm about to go get a mullet like Theo Von. Be fucking clean. I think it'll look
You gotta
dope.
get a Theo Von mullet. Oh,
I think
shit.
so. I think that I could rock it, and I think I'll pull that shit off.
I think you could. I think you.
But I'm also scared though, because I'm like, damn, it takes so long to get it so thick, bro. It's fucking. There's people who can't even grow a shred of hair. You know what I mean? Oh, the porn. Yeah, that's and fuck, hey, you gotta manifest what you want, And I want to eat the putty. So I got the stash. Got the hair for the girl.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta get
the fucking Harleys, the vibrator, bzz, bzz, all on.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta get yourself that mullet and that Vince Pichel mustache, man.
Vince is from here, and that's a little extreme. I don't know if I can handle that one. But I definitely. My dad always had a mustache, and I've always liked that. That old school, just fucking American, just look from back in the days. Our dads,
Yeah.
With that short thigh, fucking, swim trunks on, fucking looking like men, and so not those fucking skinny jeans. Crazy. But either way, next fight of the night.
Mike's tirade on these skinny jeans, bro.
God damn, skinny jeans fucking killing me, bro. Little fucking soft ass little snowflake kids wearing these things, fucking little fucking emo little boys, bro. The next fight of the night is between Josh Quinlan takes on Trey Waters. B, you gotta break that B down first.
Let's go, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a welterweight fight here. Trey Waters makes his debut. Yes, sir. The LFA, the current LFA welterweight champion. Trey the Truth Waters, 7-1, 6'5". Yes, sir, with the 77-inch reach. 28 years old. Representing what's this joint? Ludus MMA. 6'5" with the 77-inch reach.
Hey,
that's crazy.
Army vet. I will rock a Speedo like no one's business, bro. And
this fucking guy.
I'll put this German thick dick all over that shit. It was Army vet's problem. He brought it up.
Fuck, man. But yeah, man. Yo, check this out. So both these dudes, man. Well, yeah, Trey tried out on the Contender Series. I forgot who it was that dropped out. He managed to get in, but he got finished by Gabriel Bonfim. And last season's tough. I mean, last season's Contender Series. Yeah, when both the brothers were on the show. Yeah, he got finished. But after that fight, he fought Jalen Fuller, and he finished him. He got the KO punch, won. Before that, he got a lot of wins by submission. He had one where he got a knee. He caught dude with a knee. I think it was a 3rd round knee in the clinch. He had a guillotine choke, couple decisions, submissions.
Check out
pretty good stuff.
Peace out, TJ. We'll see you soon.
All right, bro. He had good fights in the amateurs. He had good fights in the pros. He's good, but it's just that height. The height thing kind of scares me, man. But he's going up against Josh Quinlan. Josh Quinlan is 6-0. Now y'all know already how we feel about Josh Quinlan.
Tough as fuck.
Bushido Josh Quinlan out of Milestone Martial Arts, who's 30 years old, 6 foot tall with the 72-inch reach. He's on a 12-fight win streak. He has not yet been finished. He got 4 wins by KO, TKO, 2 by submission. When he connects, it is over. This man has, the 6 wins straight in the amateurs, all by KO. Then he mixed it up as a pro with the submissions and the KOs. He showed up in his debut against Jason Witt. He knocked out Jason Witt in 2 minutes, 9 seconds. The Logan Urban fight, he beat that dude on the Contender Series 2021. He beat that dude in 47 seconds. Mauled this motherfucker. KO'd him stiff.
Yeah.
But then they turned into a no contest because he popped. He popped for PEDs. But it was light, and then they let him go. Josh Quinlan is a menace. In this one, I'm taking Quinlan. He said, Army Vet said, Mike and B, you two remind me of Night at the Roxbury.
Hey, you know what's funny, Army Vet, is that I'm not even gonna lie. When I bust the nut with my lady, I literally go, and I was like, Emilio, like I scream that all the time. All right, like it's hilarious. Like I've been like 10 years, and I'll go, and I was like, Emilio. I scream that shit. It's hilarious. So it's funny you said that. What? I'm not even joking. My lady would be pissed I said that, but that's the truth.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, it's just so perfect to break that odd moment when you're like, and I was like, Amelia.
Oh my God.
Oh, I love it.
But yo, man. All right, TJ, man. But yo, I'm taking Quinlan on this one. Trey does have the reach. Trey does have the height. But Quinlan is fast. I don't like tall dudes fighting somewhat shorter dudes, especially dudes who could punch. Their chins are out there to get hit. I don't like Trey's defense either. That's why I'm going to take Quinlan. I think Quinlan's too fast. Quinlan's too sharp with the hands. And I think even though Trey Waters got reach, I think Quinlan just marches right through all that and lands his shots, puts this guy away. Another first-round finish for Josh Quinlan.
That's exactly how I feel, B, and I love that you feel the same because it makes me even more confident to throw down the bet on the money line. Right now, the odds makers have it at 175, negative 175, so we're down 1.75 units on him. Trey Waters, a slight underdog. I just don't think that he's ready for this smoke show that he's about to get. But He's a big ass dude, Trey Waters, huh, B?
Yes, he is 6'5", man.
Holy
That's a
shit.
tall ass kid for welterweight, man.
Like goddamn, motherfucker. You better calm down over there, tall one. But yeah, so that should be a good fight. That should be a good fight, B. And we both love some Josh Quinlan. I think it's a perfect opportunity versus a opponent with not too crazy of experience that he could like showcase his name a little bit, you know?
Yep.
So
Definitely.
with that said, the next fight of the night will be between Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Marco Rodrigo de Lima. Is this a heavyweight? There's a bunch of heavyweights on this card. What the fuck, dude? It's kind of weird. So we got we'll go with De Lima's been around forever. 28-1, 37 years old, 6'1", 75-inch reach on a one-fight win streak. Fights out of American Top Team, one of his best attributes. He won by rear naked choke versus Andrei Arlovsky last time out. Then he lost to Blagano Ivanov, and he beat Ben Rothwell punches. Maurice Green, lost to Romanov choke, which I don't like. Lost to choke arm triangle. Lost to Von Flue choke. So he's a tapper. I'll tell you that. Holy shit. Does not like to be put on the ground at all. And so he's taking a Waldo Cortez Acosta, who's 9-0, calls himself Salsa Boy, 6'4", 78-inch reach on 11-fight win streak if you count his amateur career. This dude is absolutely sick. KO TKOs. Does win a lot of decisions, which I'm not the most fond of. Beat Chase Sherman versus the decision last time out. Jared Vanderero to beat decision last time out as well. One before that. Contender series is where he paved his way. He won by punches. Oh man, the only thing I don't like is the fact he just doesn't have a lot of experience. But I like Waldo Cortez Acosta in this one. He's a slight underdog. I know they have Marcus De Lima as the favorite, but I just can't throw my money down on De Lima, so I got to go dog or pass here. But the experience factor, I guess, for De Lima could be big, but I just don't in heavyweight fighting. I just don't feel like betting more than pick 'em in the sense for that fight, B. But dog or pass? What do you say, B?
Yeah, I agree with you on this one, man. It is dog or pass here. Not for nothing. Jerry De Lima, he is good. We've seen the last couple fights he's had. He got the KOs now. He's lining up his striking. Kind of charges in a little bit. Tries just to throw these big punches. He's nothing really. He managed well. He knocked out. Technically stopped. Who is it? Rothwell.
Yep.
And then he beat Arlovsky. But those guys are a little older. Rothwell's older, and he has a damn lengthy history of fights. Andrei Arlovsky's older, but he has a lengthy history of fights. But this man lost to Bogoy Ivanov. And he lost to, you know what I mean? Ivanov was out for a bit. Ivanov came back, and Ivanov managed to handle him on the wrestling aspect. Now, Rogerio does have jiu-jitsu. I think he's a solid jiu-jitsu practitioner. I think so, if I remember correctly. He got some wins by submission. But and he has big power, but Acosta's hands, man. I like Acosta's hands. I think Acosta's hands are a lot better. I think his technique is a lot better.
And his head's
gonna come down.
His head's more in the game. De Lima seems like he's gonna retire any minute.
You know what I mean? Warley, I just like Warley's boxing, and if he can manage to keep this fight standing, which Vandera did take him down, but then he managed to defend those takedowns and keep this fight standing. I think he could do the same thing against De Lima. So yeah, it's dog or pass in this one.
Nice.
Dog or pass. I think if Warley could come in and just light him up early, then boy, it's problematic. But yeah, this is a dog or pass situation.
Well, I'm glad that you agree because I was like, I mean, this one another one. There's a few that I just don't care about. Mr. B seems to be getting a little bit better at the bouts to break down first. Like this next one, Julian Rosa takes on Fernando Padilla. B, this should be decent. What do you say about this one?
Oh, this one's fun, man.
Yep.
Fernando Padilla, the gamer, bro. I like this kid.
Yeah.
This kid is dope. I don't know how he's gonna do here.
Sleeper fight.
He's gonna brawl for sure. But Fernando Padilla, 26 years old, 6'1" with the 76-inch reach, representing Juarez, Mexico, man. He got this gym. I don't know what about this gym, but 4 wins by KO. About 8 of those by submission. Yeah, 8 of those by submission. 2 by decision. He's only lost by decisions. He has never been knocked out or subbed. So that means he is coming in with ill intentions. This is going to be a good fight. His last loss was against Spike Carlisle. Okay? Spike Carlisle's in Bellator right now. But Spike Carlisle is a tough hombre too. He beat the dude Cameron Graves with an elbow, 1:19 in round 2. In Fury FC. And he beat Nate Richardson, split decision. He lost to Carlisle, but beat a dude by the name of Donald Sanchez, whose record was fucking 30-19. Jesus Christ. By leg kicking punches, and beat a dude by the name of Fard Muhammad, who was 6 he was 6-10. What the fuck is that?
This record is so suspect though. B sucks.
But he got some guys that he's fought. A couple guys he's fought at his level or a little below. He did lose to Dan Ige when Ige was about 5-1. That's fucking crazy.
He beat Derek Minner.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's wild. That's wild.
This is an underrated record we got here.
This kid's been around. Dan Ige is his first loss. Like, that's wild.
Bro. That's why I said this is gonna be a fun fucking fight. But yeah. Yo, this is gonna be a good one. But yeah, we got Juicy J, Julian Erosa, man. I just know Padilla is a gamer. He's as game as they come, but I never really quite looked at the record. But yeah, man, Juicy J's 33, 6'1", 74.5-inch reach, representing Extreme Couture. Currently, he just lost his last fight, but he's never been submitted. 11 wins by KO, 12 by submission, 5 by decision. He's been knocked out or technically knocked out those 6 times and lost 4 decisions. Last fight he lost to Alex Caceres. Yes, he got finished by Caceres. That was the last fight. That's what I was upset about. But he beat Dawodu. He beat Peterson. He beat Charles Jourdain. But he lost to Sungwoo Choi. He beat Nate Landwehr. He beat Sean Woodson. He beat AJ Bryant. But then he lost to R.C. Dawson and Devontae Smith.
Everybody's on Erosa like it's a lock. It's weird. I think it's a little iffier than that.
I think so too, man. But Erosa does have the experience. That's the one thing.
And that's what I got. And you know my rules, so that sucks.
Yeah. Erosa has the experience, and he's fought a lot cleaner. He does test that chin, though, a little too much, but he's managed to, show his durability at times in these past couple fights. And his striking has improved quite a bit. His movement, his defensive movement has improved a bit as well. I think he takes this kid into deep waters, and he gets the win here. I'll take Erosa.
Yeah, it's like I've disrespected Erosa before, and this just don't seem like the moment where you want to disrespect him. I feel like he's got too much experience. This dude's tough. I feel like he has the mental edge now. Erosa does. I mean, he's changed so much since we watched him. B.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's got more mature in these fights.
And so I'm going with Erosa too. I think the experience factor. I have the dog or the veteran versus the newcomer all day. I almost feel like this is worthy of a bet even. So I'm going to be picking Julian Erosa versus Fernando. I feel like that this is a chance. decent odds at the negative 150 mark, and you could cash that bet there with that one. So the next fight of the night is between Cody Brundage takes on Rodolfo Vieira. This is going to be a very strange one, right? We got the BJJ black belt of Rodolfo Vieira versus American wrestler originally with Cody Brundage, right? V?
Yep, correct.
So
correct.
We're going to find out if Vieira's gas tank can hold, if wrestling versus jiu-jitsu. I mean, the striking, I mean, I'd have to say Cody Brundage would possibly have better striking, but the BJJ of Rodolfo Vieira, the fact that he could get him on his back. Let's just check out Cody Brundage's record here. He's 8-3, 28 years old, 26 foot, 72-inch reach on a one-fight losing streak. I'm looking for any submission losses. If he does have any of those, that's going to be my biggest problems because, you know, he's got a loss versus McCall, Olszewski, punches and hammer fists round one. So obviously he was on his back, and as the wrestlers don't like to be, and that's a sign that he could be on his back. He lost to William Knight, elbows to the ground and pound. Probably not a good idea versus a guy like Rodolfo Vieira. I mean, this seems like a really bad fight for Cody Brundage. He is slight underdog plus 190. I got to go over Rodolfo Vieira, and I think that possibly give Cody Brundage his first submission loss even be. I know he hasn't had one, but I don't think he's been on the ground with a guy as such world class as jiu-jitsu as a guy like Rodolfo Vieira. But I do not like the gas tank of Vieira or the striking. So it's fucking – I'm not betting this ever. I don't recommend you do. I'm picking Vieira. B, what do you have to say about this one?
I'm a little iffy on this one.
Right?
You brought up some good points. I like to bring up a point of my own. Chris Curtis fought Rodolfo Vieira. Yep. Chris Curtis managed to defend 21 takedowns on Rodolfo Vieira.
Worst wrestling ever.
Because of that showing, when Rodolfo Vieira's UFC record, they now show that he has absorbed 5.09 strikes a minute.
Ooh.
That is crazy.
Molly won.
All because of that Chris Curtis fight. Because Curtis defended and Curtis beat him up on the feet.
Yep.
Bad. What we've seen from Rodolfo Vieira is that Rodolfo Vieira, as you like to say, is the hammer. Cool. When he's a nail, problems.
Big time.
Yo, that happened when he fought Fluffy Hernandez. That gas tank disappeared horribly. Cody Brundage has an opportunity here, and that's only if he defends these takedowns and keeps Vieira on the stand-up. Can he defend those takedowns? A lot, though, I don't know. Vieira's very, very dangerous with his grappling. He did, you know what I mean? Brundage did knock out Trayshawn Gore. But then again, he got knocked out with Mahal Olenchujik. And when was the last time he got subbed, you said?
He didn't get subbed.
He never been subbed.
No.
I don't think
that's what I
subbed,
think
no.
that I don't see a lot of people that with that experience on the ground. Like, you know?
Yeah. He beat Dalcha. He beat Trayshawn. He lost to Michael Olenchujik. Nick Maximov managed to grapple him up. And that's another worry I have too.
Yeah.
May stick and take Rodolfo on this one. Yeah. I'm gonna take Rodolfo.
Yeah, it's just
there's not enough Rodolfo could work. That's all they gotta do.
Yeah, there's just not enough to warrant the other way, and just Vieira's jiu-jitsu game is so sick. It could just take one round and where they're not sticky, not wet, and he finally gets that one takedown, you know?
Yeah.
And wrestlers hate being on their back. So, but either way, I'm not betting that. I don't even recommend that you touch that either. Next fight of the night is a co-main event. B, you get to break it down first. It's between Kyle Barallo takes on McCall Olszewski.
I might have bias on this one. Let's see how we go.
That's so funny.
So, let's go. Got the co-main event here, man. Middleweight. The natural Kyle Barallo, who's 13-1 right now, out of Fighting Nerds. That's an interesting camp. You guys should check that out. He's 30 years old, 6'1" with the 75-inch reach. All those motherfuckers are geniuses. They're legit geniuses. And they're geniuses in their fight game, but other things as well. They all got like different ventures and freaking classes and shit that they take. They legit have like degrees and shit.
They're
Some of
smart.
those
Yeah.
guys. Yeah. It's
They're
really
like
like living up
they're
to
like
the
the
name.
They're like the Wu-Tang Clan of fucking fighting.
Yo, for real, for
Yeah,
real.
the Wu-Tang was smart.
Yeah. 4 wins by KO TKO, 3 by submission, 6 by decision. He's only lost 1 fight by decision, and that was back in that was his second fight. Jao Carvalho beat him back in 2015. Other than that, yeah, he lost to Almeida, but that was that submission circus. And if you got time, check those out. I actually had a chance to a little while back. Not bad. But yeah, Mahmoud Muradov, he beat that dude by unanimous decision. Armin Petrosian beat him by unanimous decision. But the Petrosian fight was a little ugly, but he did beat him though. Omar Gadziev, he beat him by technical decision. Omar Gadziev, kind of, if that dude, I don't know, that guy is so sketchy. He beat Jesse Murray on the Contender Series. For the top, when he got on top, beat him up with strikes, TKO. Aaron Jeffrey, he beat by unanimous decision. That was the Contender Series during that week. Yeah, he was on the Contender Series twice. High level IQ, mixes up the game. I wish he would be a lot more aggressive and look for finishes, but he does pretty good on the grappling aspect, using his jiu-jitsu to get control, work to rack up points. Just want him to get more aggressive on the ground and in the stand-up, man. That's all it is. He does throw big kicks, but calculated kicks. Tries to cut his opponents off just so he could get the wrestling going in there. A little bit of jiu-jitsu on the ground. He does things good. Not much holes, but there are some times where he kind of messes up. But he catches, he catches himself and corrects his wrongs in mid-fight. Now, my bias is going to show. Here I go. His opponent is a guy I talk about on here a lot.
The Lord.
Michal Oleksiejczuk. Hussar. Yes.
I thought
18-5.
I thought he was nicknamed Lord Olzechek. Was that just another nickname?
No, I think that's what Hussar means.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you're right.
Retard.
Out of Poland. Yeah, it was Lord. Yeah, I think it was Lord. Okay. Yeah, but then he just called it. He switched it up to Hussar.
No worry. I just want to make sure.
But yeah, all good. Representing Poland. 28 years old, 6 foot tall with the 74-inch reach. Representing what's this joint? Ankles MMA Poznan. There you go. Currently riding a 2-fight win streak. 13 wins by KO TKO, 1 win by submission, 4 by decision. He's been technically knocked out once, submitted 3 times, and has 1 decision loss. The last time he's been knocked out was his first ever knockout loss. His only knockout loss was in 2014. Other than that, it's kind of been iffy, man. He's 4-3 in his last 7, but he has a 2-fight win streak where he beat Cody Brundage by punches and hammer fist. He knocked him down. He knocked him out. Sam Alvey got caught with the left cross, put him away. Dustin Jacoby beat him on points. Shamil Gazatov, he beat that dude up. Modestas Bukauskas, he won by split decision, but he had those back-to-back losses against Jimmy Crew and Oversay Prue, both by submission. My man's as a light heavyweight was pretty big. Got into middleweight, moves really good, carries that big boy power. Defends takedowns pretty well. Now that he's not as, he's not the smaller guy. He's the more sizable guy, somewhat the bigger guy at times, depending on who he's fighting. Big power, doesn't kick a lot, only low leg kicks. I see Barao trying to get the leg kicks on him early to try to take away the stance. so he doesn't have to get hit with the big punches, the big strikes.
Yeah.
For Oleg Juzic got to get on his bicycle and move, get the lateral movement going early and often, switch stances a little bit, keep Barrio confused, and try to land shots, man. Try to set up your big shots. You're going to need to work a little jab movement against Barrio because Barrio's a smart dude. He's going to look to size you up. He's going to look to try to throw a couple punches here and there.
The odds are crazy.
He's going to look for a big kick. He likes his body work, Barrio. He likes his body work and uses that body work to when you try to engage, then he gets the takedowns. Whether he gets a double leg or he gets to wrap you up at the waist locks or the clinches to get the takedowns, he'll do so. As we said, the man got a good fight IQ. On his Juzic, stay away. Fight at range, then close distance and bang on them with your heavy shots, man. That's what you got to do to beat Barrio. Barrio, we just mentioned, fight with your IQ. Brain says Barrio. Heart says Oleg Juzic. That's how I'm going, man. I don't know if I got a solid down pat, but that's how I'm riding with this one. I said I had bias, but that's how I'm going to say it. I'm not going to say my actual, but that's how I'm feeling.
This is a tough one, man. We both like both of them, and been a fan of both of them, and so it's just. But I feel like they're disrespecting McCall here. I feel like I know for sure I like the boxing and striking of McCall is better than Kyle Barallo's in the end all around. But with the jiu-jitsu of Barallo, it's tough. But I'm going with McCall here. I'm going to go dog or pass. That plus 290 is just too crazy to me. I can't believe that they're disrespecting him that badly. I mean, maybe negative 180, but a negative 375 is crazy kind of for Barallo. It almost feels like they're giving McCall no chance, but that's really not how it is. I feel like McCall is way better than they're giving him, making him out to be. But we shall see this tomorrow. I was saying that this weekend. Tomorrow we'll see.
Tomorrow.
So, the main event, though, for this card is Yadong San takes on Ricky Simone.
Yes.
This should be a good one between the heavy-handed Kung Fu Kid Yadong San, 16th century warrior fight out of China versus Ricky Simone. Slight favorite for Ricky Simone right now. 5 years older for Ricky, for 30 years old versus 25 Yadong San. 5'6" for Ricky, 5'8" for Yadong San, 67-inch reach for Yadong San, 70-inch reach for Ricky. I love Ricky's wrestling. I love his chain wrestling. I like his heart. I like his cardio. I like his attitude. I don't like his striking, though, B. Not a bit. I just don't think it's up to par. And I'm kind of worried for him here versus a guy as heavy-handed as Yadong Song. Also comes from a camp, Team Alpha Male, is really wrestling-based. Has a lot of takedown defense to drill. If he could just keep this fight standing, I think the Yadong Song could possibly get this fight and get a win. But he's got to start quick. Sometimes he starts too slow. Sometimes he doesn't give enough volume. And if he doesn't have enough volume, then Ricky Simone will definitely make the volume go down even lower with the chain wrestling that will be against the cage. But Yadong Song's a tough motherfucker, man. And I'm just gonna be. I'm feeling the Chinese warrior, man. I feel like that he can do this. His youth, athleticism, strength, and maybe he can just stuff these takedowns, land some elbows to the side of the head, on the head, whatever it may be, and change the whole fight. But he could also land some punches too. But I do love Ricky Simone's wrestling, and I do think it's a very scary thing to bet against, which I will not be ever touching because I do not like betting against American wrestlers. And he is through and through a real American wrestler, is Ricky Simone. So I'm just going off my inkling that the Yadong Song's striking is just that up to par. And I think he changes the wrestling game of Ricky Simone. But we shall see. What do you say, Mr. B?
This is a tough fight, man.
Very tough.
The big factor here is the wrestling.
Yep.
Song Yadong, however you want to say it, doesn't wrestle often. He does not wrestle often. He does use his wrestling defensively, not quite offensively.
That's all he needs is defense.
Yeah. But he's fast. But then again, both of these motherfuckers are fast. Ricky Simone be throwing hands, though. Ricky Simone's wrestling is high level wrestling, high level grappling in general. Not only is this man fighting in the UFC, this man is taking submission matches
Yeah,
outside of the cage. You know what I
he's
mean?
tough as
We've
fuck.
seen, yeah, we've seen this dude, him and his cousin. I think they wrestled on Submission Underground. They had the tag titles at one time. Like, yo, this is crazy, man. But other than that, yeah, his wrestling's been high level. He goes for a lot of takedowns, but his gas tank is pretty solid with it. He's riding the 5-fight win streak. You know what I mean? He beat Jack Shore, which is kind of crazy. But that's kind of crazy that we kind of picked Simone
Yep.
against Jack Shore.
Yeah, we did.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, we did.
We bet it. We bet it.
Yeah, we did. Yo, he beat a Sunsao, where I think we picked him there too.
Yep.
Keller and
I've been riding them. Riding them, but this one's a little different. I'm feeling something weird here. I don't know why.
It's just that it's the matter of what's happening, man. We also got to remember Ricky Simone got knocked out by Uriah Faber a while back. Faber managed to catch his chin.
Yeah.
The guy who wrestles pretty good got his chin checked in the first round by
the guy that's coaching
Faber.
the guy that's coaching the guy fighting.
Yes. And Yadong Song, you know what I mean? Even though Yadong he lost to what? He's lost to the higher caliber fighters though, really.
Yeah, he's not.
Corey Sandhagen,
yeah.
Kyler Phillips, he lost to.
Tough guys.
Yeah. Compared to like his earlier losses when he came into the UFC, that's who he's lost to.
He also has UFC China Performance Center on his back. They love him, bro.
Yeah. He's beating dudes like he knocked out Marlon Moraes. He sent Marlon Moraes to the PFL. Julio Arce, he beat Arce in the second round. Casey Kenny, he beat. Because Casey just think he could throw low kicks and that his wrestling was superior. No.
Casey.
He also beat Marlon Vera. I know Marlon Vera's upset about that one. And he beat Alejandro Perez, you know what I mean? Vince Morales, he beat. Yo, I just like his speed. I like his takedown defense. I like that he throws. He throws in combination. He has the big power in his punches. I think he has power to back off Simone. It's just gonna be a matter of how much takedowns he's gonna be able to defend on this one, versus how many takedowns Simone attempts just to defend those things and just make Simone pay on every takedown attempt. We're gonna take Song.
Yeah,
we're gonna take Song.
That's what I like to hear.
I originally thought I was gonna take Song because even though I like Simone's wrestling. Knowing that Uriah Faber beat him, I like Simone. I mean, I like the, you know what I mean?
One left hook changes it all, B.
Yeah. And I think, Simone's going to try to engage and get close. And Song's punches, they come in tight and quick.
Yep.
So those hooks, anything he tends to throw comes pretty tight and fast.
With power.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna take Song, man. We'll take Song.
Dude. I'm glad you agree. I think that it's gonna be a great main event, after a lackluster card. But there are about 4 fights in there that I really do like a lot. So we did our best to break those down. Had some fun between the 2 cards and shooting the shit, but watching me rant. We really do appreciate every guys making the show what it is. We do this for you guys. Absolutely love being here, talking and shooting the shit with Mr. B. So with that said, Mr. B, you want to shoot out your Twitter handle and where you'll be this weekend for the stream if people want to watch the streams?
Sure, man. Catch me on Twitter, New Year's Same B at Mr. B 1986. I'm on this Saturday. I will be on OK Live. OK Live, the profile is the same. Mr. B. Got a picture of Laura Sanko on it. Check that out, man. I dropped my second episode this week on Wednesday of the B-sides of the fight game, the little podcast joint I'm doing. I dropped the second episode on Wednesday this week, just addressing what was going on last weekend and what was coming in this weekend. But yeah, check that out if you want to. But other than that, fights on OK Live, Twitter account there. There you go.
Nice, man. Well, with that said, we really appreciate you guys doing the damn thing, being here with us. Please like, subscribe, and show some love to us. Makes really helps the algorithm, helps us out in general. I know it's hard to click that the like button, dislike it, do whatever the fuck you got to do, but do something. Do it. Talk shit in the comments, say something fun. But we really, really do love and appreciate each and one of you. Hopefully, we'll be here back next week. Cash these bets. Mr. B, appreciate you being here, my dude. Till next
Of
time.
course, man.
Peace.